What is up, guys? I am back once again, and today we're going to be taking a look at Studio Series Devastator. And Devastator is basically Megatron's destruction machine commanded by Megatron. So let's get him all combined. Now once we've got him all combined up, he definitely looks amazing. He's got a lot of nice molded in detail, and of course some nice paint apps. But you may notice that there's something attached to Mixmaster's Vortex Grinder, and that's what I call the quote-unquote upgrade. Now it definitely doesn't look bad, but I know I could have done better. I was just trying really hard to mimic that one DNA upgrade kit, and I think I did okay. It's not perfect by any means. I mean, it has a lot of, num marks, but anyway, moving on. Now, going back to what I said about this guy's details, there are a lot of them. Nice molded and painted details. My camera just doesn't do the molded details justice. Even the painting details, everything blends well together. So if you have this guy, good on you. But I really recommend picking this guy up, if you have the money, of course. But looking at it through your screen just doesn't really do it any justice. The painted details and the molded in details are great. Now I do have a custom configuration for this guy, so I will show that off real quick. And there he is in all of his glory. So what I mainly did here is I adjusted Scavenger and configured his shoulders to be more down so he won't be as floppy. And I also adjusted and or configured scrap metal in a different way. I got this configuration from Toybase from YouTube. Now here's Scavenger's configuration from behind, and like I said, I moved the shoulders down a lot so it prevents the shoulders from flopping around, because the body is basically held together by this tiny little tab and this other little slot, and a tiny little tab supporting the weight of basically one Voyager and two Deluxes doesn't sit well with plastic like that. But don't get me wrong, Devastator is definitely a solid figure. He's literally made up of 2 Leader class figures, 4 Voyager class figures, and 2 Deluxe figures. So yeah, but those 2 tabs just don't really sit well with me. This configuration works better, to me anyway. Now for articulation on Devastator, as you can see, he does have some head movement because of my configuration. My configuration makes Mixmaster's elbows free, and it makes his head move a little bit. Now he does have some outward movement on the arms, forward and backward, not outward. Now there's the forward movement, and there is the outward movement, like so. Now my configuration does make the whole body a little more stable. It's not as wobbly, so yeah. Now let's move the arm forward, and as you can see, it does have a bicep swivel that's on a ratchet joint, and an elbow bend, also on a ratchet joint. Same goes for the other arm. Now he also has multiple finger movement, like so. Same goes for the other arm. And let's lift him up just a little, and he can kick, he can move back, he can basically do the splits, pretty much. Yep. And I see that there's another joint within Overload's body, and as you can see, long haul fell, but anyway, that's a joint in there. That's an optional use if you want to make him taller. There is thigh swivel. It's a ratcheted thigh swivel. I just forgot to mention it there. And then he has some foot movement, ankle pivots, and all of that. There you go, forward and backward. No ankle swivels though, but oh well. So there he is. He's a pretty poseable guy, just, yeah, a little too bulky. He also has little movements here on the jaw section, so when he does go and activate his Vortex Grinder, it looks pretty good. So there you go. Now for size comparisons, here he is with an oversized MPM Optimus, a Voyager Shockwave, and Voyager Megatron. And just a quick side note, my configuration does make his back stick out a little bit. Anyway, Studio Series Devastator is definitely a great figure, just a little inconsistent when it comes to the joints and his stability. But when it comes to details and paint, he definitely shines. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.